My name is Ziad Al-Muzaini, and I'll be talking about the College Tour on this day's episode. The College Tour is a reality television series that streams on Amazon Prime Video and gives its viewers a virtual experience on what each college is like, what life is like there, and insider perspectives from the students who go there. Alex Boylan, the host and executive producer of the show, started the College Tour since his niece was looking at multiple colleges around the country, but did not have the time nor funds to visit them. This inspired Boylan to create the show, so aspiring college students from around the globe can tour their institutions of interest from wherever they may be. The College Tour came to film an episode on Landmark College as part of their 9th season, where they filmed parts of campus as well as the perspectives of current Landmark students, 10 current students, why they chose Landmark and what purpose this campus provides for the inside and outside of the classroom. We invited Nyla Quayle Parker and Mark DiPietro on the show to do interviews with us. So to get started, and in your opinion, do you think this episode of College Tour will have an impact on Landmark College?
We sure hope so. We hope that when the show airs, it will show the world really what Landmark College is all about, and it'll show it through the eyes of many of our students.
And could you describe why this may influence people's decision to come to Landmark College?
Sure. So the process for choosing students to be involved in this was that we put out a call for auditions, and we had probably about 30 or so students audition, and then from there we chose 10 with the College Tour production team and our internal production team. We chose 10 students who we thought could really tell a compelling story about their experience at Landmark College. And because there was such precision involved in choosing the storytellers and the way they tell their story, we think that people will really be engaged with hearing about the experiences students are having here at Landmark. And you know, many students like yourselves who are not yet here will look at those stories and hear from students and think, that student's just like me, and maybe I'd like to go to Landmark and check things out. So that's how we're hoping, that's the impact we're hoping the episode has.
And how do you think this will increase student engagement at Landmark College?
I hope so, and I think so. I think in a way it already has, because there was a lot of excitement around the episode shooting here. So we had many students, coming and asking us if they could be part of the episode shoot. So there's something called B-roll, which you might know about, which is video footage that doesn't have audio, but it shows some of the action that happens on campuses. We had a lot of students who asked if they could be part of that B-roll. So maybe it was like working with therapy dogs or being in the game room or some other engaged activity on campus. So I think it has increased some student engagement, and I hope it continues to do that.
Cool. And lastly, what are your thoughts on the episode of College Tour?
I'm really excited about it. I'm really happy with the interviews that the College Tour did when they were here and the footage that we got. We had a great weather week, so it was sunny, it was beautiful, campus looked beautiful. The students who told their stories were really engaged and excited about it, and the production team got everyone excited about it by working really patiently with students to learn their scripts, their lines, so to speak, and then engaging other students to be part of the video shoot. So I feel really excited about it. We're in the post-production phase now, which means we're looking at how we're actually going to put the episode together and arrange the students who were part of it and arrange the footage. We also had the host here who did his intro scripts for each student. So we take time to look at those and figure out what kind of edits need to be made and what kind of graphics are going to be used. But we're all very excited about it.
Thank you. That's all the questions we have. But thank you for joining us, taking the time to do this interview with us. It was nice to have this conversation with you.
Thank you for asking me, Zayed. I'm very honored to be able to do the interview.
Thank you. We'll be interviewing Nyla, and she's been on the college tour. So it's a pleasure having you on this interview, Nyla. Thank you for joining us.
No problem. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah. So, Nyla, why did you decide to do the shoot for a college tour?
To be honest, I will admit a lot of faculty members suggested me. I had my two bosses from Campus Ambassador suggest me. I had Professor Jury suggest me. And I don't know, when I saw the opportunity, I was just like, you know what? I can help the school out. I wouldn't mind being on camera and sharing, my experiences and what I do here. So I said, yeah, let me try it out.
Did you ever feel nervous on the shoot? Was it nerve-wracking?
Not necessarily. I'm pretty okay being in front of cameras. I will say I was a bit nervous when it came to getting my lines down because I feel like we had to do them over quite a bit because I have bad memory, but it wasn't too bad. So once the crew came and they were like reassuring, all the nervousness kind of melted away and I was like, it's fine.
So do you believe that your contribution to college tour is gonna maybe help people make their decision about
I do think it is, because specifically my segment was to show Landmark's diversity and inclusion, and I feel like me as a student that was coming into the school, that was one of the things that I was scared of personally, like not sure if it was going to be a diverse campus, and me being from a big city coming to a school that's like in the woods basically. So I think now that when they air the show and students will see this clip, they'll be like, okay, there's things that I can do here. I can be a part of a community, and it won't be as scary as just not knowing about the diversity options here, I guess. So.
And lastly, what did you get on being on the experience?
I got to see what it's like to be with a real camera crew. That has never happened before. I learned how to memorize my lines, even though it wasn't that great, but I tried. I don't know. I got my friends together to help me out with the B-roll. I got to, talk to Mark about the whole camera crew coming. And I don't know, the whole experience was just, I guess going back to the last question where it's just like, I'm glad that I was able to help out the school and specifically shine a light on the Centers for Diversity and Inclusion because, I want students to know that we're here, and if you need us, we're going to be here when you arrive. So, yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
No
Nyla.
problem.
It was good to have you on.
Thank you.
Thank you. We then went on to ask student athlete Gus McGee about his experience on the college tour. So, Gus, what prompted you to be a part of the show?
So I just saw that this was going to be a thing on campus, that the college tour was going to be coming to Landmark College and filming an episode. And, I just saw that and I liked the idea of it. So I just when my mom called me that night when I saw that, I just sort of told her that was going on. And she was just like, you absolutely need to do this, because given how rough of a time I've had with education and also how that led to me being out of baseball for a few years. When I was transferring to Landmark College, I read current coach Pat McKenna's story about how Landmark really revived his career and made him the ball player that he was and is today. And when I saw that there was this opportunity for me to tell my story, I just wanted to take advantage of that.
Did you feel nervous about being on camera?
Actually, no. In high school, I took a bunch of TV production classes where I would be working with a lot of cameras, because similar to how we would be covering Voices TV for the first, 7 or 8 weeks of the semester, our whole class was based off of doing a once-a-week morning show for my high school. So I already had some experience working with cameras. So it wasn't really necessarily me being nervous to be on camera. It was just more of a, oh my goodness, I'm going to be on TV sort of thing. I did not sleep that night before. And they called me the day after they did my shoot, and they told me that they had to redo everything because there was something wrong with the capture card that they used. So it was a lot easier doing it the second time than the first because I kind of already knew what to expect. So it made everything really smooth.
And given you talked primarily about the college athletics, how do you think the college tour will impact like Landmark Sports?
Well, I'm really hoping that when this episode comes out, and with my segment being about the school's athletics, I'm really hoping that in the future, sort of the way that I looked at Landmark Sports when I first transferred here, kind of hoping that this segment could inspire anybody, whether they're transferring from a different school or they're coming fresh out of high school, that they could eventually look at Landmark as a place where they could go not only to further their education, but also an opportunity for them to further their athletic careers as well.
So, what did you take away from the entire experience of being on the show?
It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I think if I really were to walk away with anything from it, it's just sort of a message that I said in my segment, which is just get out there and be involved. Because I was really debating being a part of the show, and it was honestly probably one of the best experiences I've had in my short life so far. So yeah, it's just whenever you see an opportunity, just take advantage of it. Don't be afraid, and just sort of put yourself out there.
Thank you, Gus. It was a pleasure to get your perspective on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. President Eden and Landmark's marketing communications had arranged for Landmark episode of the college tour in hopes that more people from across the globe can see what the community has to offer and why this college is one of the best places to attend for a great education. This episode will share current students' experiences and stories to convince families why themselves or their loved ones should choose Landmark and learn differently. With the episode not being ready for a couple of months, only time will tell. Thank you. From Voices TV, I'm Ziad Al-Muzaini.